Today on Recreation Connection, our focus is good old-fashioned summer fun. First, we'll enjoy the long and unique tradition of the Bend Pet Parade and July 4th celebration. Next, we'll see if the fish are biting at Shevlin Pond. Then we'll step up to the plate with the Adult Recreational Softball League. On July 4th, 1932, a Central Oregon tradition began that continues to this day. It was the first annual pet parade, and its popularity was instant. Early that morning, 143 children lined up to parade down Wall Street with their dogs, cats, and sheep. The bulletin estimated that 5,000 people turned out to watch the parade. By the next year, July 4th became a 3-day event with a rodeo, prize fights, and a nighttime water pageant with lighted floats on the river.
First time I was in the pet parade was 1947. It just was a real happy time, and everybody tried to outdo each other with their costumes and their pets and, you know, their hobbies. Everybody had some kind of an animal, cats and dogs, and just you think of it, and they had it.
And it was 1956, and my brother and I had a soapbox derby car that was a neighbor's. My brother, being older, convinced me that he should drive first and that I should be the horsepower and that he would switch with me, but as it turned out, I had to push him through the entire parade.
Today, a few things have changed. There are no soapbox derbies or water floats, but there's still a lot of old-fashioned small-town fun.
Pet Parade today has become quite a place where there's a lot of energy, and it's very, very rich in history. The district, we're very excited to be able to hold on to that history. All ages can participate. You can come dressed up as an animal, you can bring an animal, you can bring a stuffed animal, and I think that's the fun of the event and the energy in the event.
Most of the animals in the early pet parades were dogs, cats, plus a few chickens and horses. But some unique creatures showed up too, like a cow dyed blue being led by a Paul Bunyan look-alike, and even frogs. By the late 1930s, we're told, the animals were getting a little too unique. An article in the bulletin noted that rattlesnakes had to be barred from the parade.
I had a pet ground squirrel, and I decided that I could have this ground squirrel in the parade, and I had to make a little harness for it, and I used a short fishing pole with a reel on it, and that ground squirrel led me through the parade.
It was an opportunity to show your bike, your pets, and it was an opportunity to dress up. A lot of kids dressed up in that day. Like I say, red, white, and blue crepe paper on their bikes, playing cards on the wheels so it made a flipping noise as they rode them.
Costumes remain hugely popular today. With the red, white, and blue, kids are in true 4th of July spirit. Parade watchers keep a careful eye out for standout get-ups as they move down the parade route.
I think as many people that are in the parade are watching on the sidelines, just getting a kick at whatever they see and what's going to be new this year and so forth.
After the parade, the festival begins in Drake Park. There are all kinds of fun, free things to do with the kids, including old-fashioned watermelon eating contests, water balloon fights, and gunny sack races, plus a long menu of food choices to enjoy in the shade of Drake Park's trees.
To this day, I love the parade, you know, and I do still feel the same. There's an excitement, there's a hometown, you just can't get away from that. It's community.
From good old-fashioned Bend 4th of July fun, we head for the waters of nearby Shevlin Pond, where some Bend families have fished for years. As most folks who fish know, it is the first few fishing experiences that will either hook kids for life or send them back to their playstations. Get them hooked, and you're raising a lifelong fishing buddy. And Ben Park and Recreation is ready and happy to help you get started.
If you get a chance to spend time outside in nature with your children, it is something that you can pass on to them, that they will pass on as far as practicing catch and release fishing, getting a chance to be in touch with nature and the outdoors, those sort of things that honestly kids today maybe don't get a chance to spend a lot of time doing.
Fishing means a lot more than rods and reels. It also means fond memories for many of us, since most of us were taught to fish by our parents and grandparents.
It's something that my grandparents taught me how to fish, something that I want to relay down to my daughter Emma. It's a great family activity that you can have a lot of fun with. I think you can create lifetime memories fishing.
Okay, that's a pretty big smile you got on your face there, chick. Can you get him? Can you get him?
Sometimes those memories happen to be big fish stories.
One time I caught a fish and it was the biggest fish I've ever caught, and it snapped my fishing pole in half.
Every year, Ben Park and Recreation and Oregon's Department of Fish and Wildlife team up to offer a beginning kids fishing clinic for boys and girls 12 and under. The clinic is designed to help kids and families learn the basics of fishing and get interesting hands-on experience about nature and its preservation. They're also taught about catch and release.
The philosophy with catch and release is just that it's going to sustain, the fish population, so that, as we talked about it being a generational thing, it's an opportunity for a fish I catch today, if I release it, may give someone else or my daughter or somebody an opportunity to come along and catch that fish again.
This timeless experience with instructors and family helps to reinforce in kids the importance of conservation, but it also teaches the value of relaxation and fun.
The most important thing when you're out fishing with kids is be patient. You have to realize that you're going to be the one who's going to be tying the knots, rigging up the fishing pole, baiting the hook, and it honestly takes a little bit of time for kids to pick up the skills needed to fish. So be flexible in the idea that if they want to go collect pine cones, look for water skippers, check out frogs down by the creek, whatever, that's all fine and okay for kids to do. As long as they're outside having a good time, you just want to make sure that they enjoy themselves so that they're going to want to come back and fish again in the future.
Good cast. You're getting pretty good at that.
Ben Park and Recreation even supplies the fish. Thanks to the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, Shevlin Pond and Ben Pine Nursery Pond, which will soon be open to the public, are stocked each spring and summer.
Fishing's a great way to spend time together. I just think it's a kick to be outside with your kids, spending quality time together, having fun, enjoying the outdoor environment, and hopefully catching a few fish.
Kids are our future conservationists, ensuring good fishing for years to come. Teach them well in the beginning, and our grandkids will be able to enjoy this family tradition.